How's it going, guys? Kawasaki here, and today I'm going to be giving you a little bit of a 2-for-1 deal. So, on the for Gold Rush, we have title matches upon title matches, and the following night is going to be New Japan Stardom's first ever historic crossover event. So this is just going to be my thoughts, insights, and potentially some predictions. So if that's what you're watching, click on the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. If you want to be a part of little groups when we do watch-alongs or just hang out, chill around, come say hi and whatnot, there's a link to my Discord down below. It'll lead you right down in there. And if you join in the Discord from here, please let me know, and I will give you a warm welcome. And without further ado, let's get things started. So for a start with Gold Rush, we have the Wonder Stardom Championship on the line, Wonder Stardom Championship on the line, the Goddess of Stardom, the High Speed, not the Goddess. I forgot to have the tag league going on. Many other matches and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go break it down from opening card to the main event. So the first match we have, I would assume this is gonna be the pre-show match. It's going to be Lady C and Miyu Amasaki versus Momo Kogo and Saya Ida, and Natsuko Tora versus Ruaka. Following that, we have the Goddess of Stardom Tag League match. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I haven't really kept up with it. I'm going to be real with you. But we have Maika Himika versus Nanai Takahashi and Yu. Next up, we have Starlight Kid, and Momo Watanabe versus Saki Kashima and Fukigen Death. Then we have, I believe this is a gauntlet. So I'm going to go in a little bit closer on this one. TLC table. Oh! Okay. So I guess this is a tournament and the winner gets a lot of money. So we have the team of God's Eyes, Tomoka Inaba, Mirai, and Amisare. Stars is Mai Iwatani, Koguma, and Hazuki. Cosmic Angels is Waka Tsukiyama, Tom Nakano, and Natsupoi. And last but not least, Donna Domondo's Julia, Tekla, and Mai Sakurai. So I would believe these are the matches. So we have Cosmic Angels taking on Donna Domondo, God's Eye taking on the Stars. And the winners of that will go on, I believe, into a TLC match, or tables, ladders, chairs. And winner of that gets a sack of money. Now we get to championship matches. We have Azumi taking on Momoka Hanazono. And in the co-main, we have the Wonder Stardom Championship on the line as Sai Kamitani takes on Kairi. And in the main event, we have Siri versus Utami Hayashi Shida. So, little thoughts. This is a very, very good card. Pretty much all the top names where they're supposed to be. The tournament is a little interesting, but that's just my take on it. If it's actually going to be a TLC match, that's going to be the first. Otherwise, it's just going to be a ladder match. High Speed Championship, I believe Momoka's. I'm gonna do a little bit of a research check because I don't want to be wrong and y'all flame me. Momoka is from the actress. Oh jeez. I could be really wrong on this, but Momoka is currently from. Is this Reina? No, this is wrong. This is really old. Momoka is from. Oh, she goes all over the place. Looks like a freelancer. Looks like stuff from Colors, Oz Academy, CPW, Nomads, so on and so forth. Looks like her mainstay looks like Collegia. I'm probably butchering this, but CPW. And then Kairi and Saya. This match was supposed to happen months ago until Kairi got sick, and they had to postpone it until now. My personal opinion, they should have held this off until next month at their biggest and last show of the year, Stardom Queendom. They should have held off until then, but that's just my personal take on it. And Siri and Utami, they're running it back, but Julia, I feel, is going to be destined for that belt at the end of the year. It would be a big shock if Julia didn't win that belt at the end of next month. So It's either gonna be a time limit draw, and they're gonna settle things at a later given time. And Saya Kairi, I'll get into that in a second. But let me get a little bit of predictions on the first match, the pre-show card. I have a feeling Natsuko Tora and Ruaka are gonna do some fuck shit, and Oratai's is gonna pick up a win. Goddess tag matches, so I'm gonna start with My Hime versus 7-Up. I haven't kept up with the tag league, and I honestly should. Because I heard there's some really, really good matches on there. But if me personally, if I had to make a pick, I would go Team My Hime. Because Mike Hime could go crazy. And in the Black Desire and Team Tokyo Sports, no, it's Team I Like Tokyo Sports. I believe that's the name for it. That's what it says. I really have a gut feeling Fukigen Death and Saki Kashima are gonna pick up the win on this because of some fuck shit roll-up pin bullshit that they always do, and I'm all for it. So that's just my take on that one. But it's gonna be quite an interesting match. Owatai versus Owatai. And for the Gold Rush Gauntlet tournament matches, Stars won it last year at Tokyo Super Wars. It was, I think it was My Hime Poi, Stars, I believe Cosmic Angels, and then there was like another team. I think was it Queen's Quest? It might have been Queen's Quest. I gotta look back at it, but my two picks are gonna, okay, so I'm gonna go narrow down to the final two. I'm gonna say Donna Mondo versus Stars, theoretically. In my heart, I would want, God's Eye is really good too. No, I'm gonna stick by it. Stars Donna Mondo in the finals. I kind of want Donna Mondo to win since Julia's on quite the streak right now. A lot of momentum being pushed into her. Ever since what was it, last year? For a while, if I'm gonna be honest. Julia's getting a lot of star power within the past year, 2 years, should say. She's had killer matches throughout all of 2022. But again, I'm gonna say it's gonna go Donna Mondo picks up the win for the whole tournament. High Speed Championship. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not too familiar with Momoka's work, so by default, I'm gonna say Azumi's gonna retain the belt. I need to look more into Momoka, and that's my take on that match. Don't yell at me. And now, Saya versus Kairi. I've been waiting for this match for so long. I don't know who's competing for the Wonder Belt next, but everything will be on the line for Kairi for this night and the New Japan Stardom match. Or New Japan Stardom night. My theory is if Kairi beats Saya, and Kairi is going to lose to Mayu, and I will get back to it. But if Kairi loses or it's a time limit draw, Kairi could potentially win the IWGP Women's Championship. This one's going to be a very close call. This is so tough. This is literally like a flip of a coin for me. Because realistically, it could be Kairi wins and she just goes full part-timer status and just holds the belt until they have their really, really big shows, or unless they give her a call and they have her come in. Or Saya continues her reign and Kairi could Kairi could win the IWGP Women's Belt and go compete internationally. Like, first appearances outside Japan since her run in the WWE. So again, this is the toughest one to call because there is another big factor with this. So Kairi Saya 50-50. I honestly can't decide. And last but not least, in your main event, Syuri and Utami. It's gonna be a time limit draw. Utami did beat Syuri in the 5-star Grand Prix though, so this will be interesting. I'm still honestly gonna say time limit draw or Syuri retains the belt because they are gonna be still booking Syuri versus Julia at the end of the year, and I feel in that case Syuri will drop the belt to Julia and Julia's gonna have a reign of terror with the belt. So that is my take on Stardom Gold Rush, and let's go to the New Japan Stardom matches. So, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch New Japan as I used to, so a lot of these names I'm not gonna really know unless I've seen them live or I just hear a lot of stuff about them. So, fuck. I think in this case I'm just gonna cover just the Stardom matches, mainly because I'm more knowledgeable with it over the current New Japan. I mean, New Japan has great talent, don't get me wrong, I just don't follow it as I used to. So, with that disclaimer being said, we have Stardom's opening match is going to be Lady C, Azumi, and Saika Mitani representing Queen's Quest, taking on Mai Sakurai, Tekla, and Himeka from Down do Mondo. Then the very first crossover match looks like Julia and Tom Lawler takes on Julia and Zack Sabre Jr. Next match we have a eight-person tag team match between Natsupoi, Tam Nakano, Taichi, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, El Desperado, and Dookie. Then we have Tanahashi and Utami Hayashishida versus Maika and Hiroki Goto. And your main event for that night, main event for the whole pay-per-view, Mayu versus Kairi for to be crowned the very first IWGP champion, IWGP Women's Champion. So, opening match, I mean, it's just a standard 6-woman tag match. I can't honestly say too much else because again, a lot of people on this card and a lot of matches. So it's gonna be a good Stardom match just to showcase off what Stardom's capable of, and I could see Queen's Quest winning. Either Mai Sakurai or Tekla's gonna pick up the pinfall. That's either Mai Sakurai or Lady C is gonna pick up the pin, or that's gonna take the pin. Now, your first ever mixed tag team match, Siri and Tom Lawler versus Julia and Zack Sabre Jr. We have Team British Bruvs versus Team I used to compete in the UFC. So I'm gonna say, I've seen Tom Lawler live, and that dude's real great in the ring. I still can't believe he ditched the gimmick of, oh, I'm a former UFC fighter, I'm gonna use what I know in the UFC and just chest that to the ring. He went from just being like your average MMA guy to being real zesty, real fruity Tom Lawler. It's probably one of my favorite gimmicks like out there nowadays. Tom Lawler and Zack Sabre Jr. have been going at it since the G1. Boy George versus George Michael. Siri Julia, this is going to be a preview of what's going to happen next month. I can honestly see Siri pick up the... I could honestly see Zack Sabre Jr. and Julia pick up the one on this one. That's just my take. But Tom Lawler is going to be quite... that Tom Lawler match is just going to be great regardless. Next match, Taichi, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, Starlight Kid, El Desperado, Dookie, and Momo Watanabe. It's still interesting they picked Dookie for Momo. Because I know Starlight Kid and El Desperado have kind of been a thing. And Tam Nakano and Taichi have been a thing. Honestly, they could have just did Tom Taichi, Starlight, Despy. That would have been a banger-ass match. But yeah, let's play Momo. Like, they all fucking hate each other. Like, this shit's gonna be really good. I don't know about Kanemaru, Taichi, Despy, and Dookie, but again, I'm giving my point of view on this, and my point of view is I know more Stardom nowadays than New Japan. I could see Team Tom Poi and Taichi Kanemaru win, but that's just me. And the next mixed tag match is Utami Tanahashi and Maika Goto, the current ace of Stardom and the ace of New Japan, take on Maika and Goto. This is going to be a very big, rough, hard-hitting match, I will say. I wouldn't be surprised if Utami and Tanahashi win this. Still, my honest personal take, it should have been Mayu and Tanahashi. Because again, Mayu is the icon of Stardom, and Tanahashi is the icon of New Japan. But, what else could you do? Gonna be a great match regardless. Or, not regardless. A great match regardless. One thing I'd like to mention is the Great Muta versus Great Okan match. Great Muta invaded New Japan. This is on Muta's farewell tour. This is going to be his, I believe, his final appearance in New Japan. So Muta wants to extinguish the Great Okan, just like entirely. I think Great Okan's going to pick up the win on that one. It's going to be very surprising. But then again, Muta has Okada and Toriano on his side. I don't know why he took with Toriano, but I honestly think Okan could win this match. But moving on from that, Shota Ospreay. I think Shota's time. It's his time to shine with the IWGP US belt. Yeah, just my take. Other predictions I can give. Motherfucking ham. First match, Team Ishii wins, sure, I guess. And Los Ingobernables take on. Oh, fuck, I forget their tag names, but whoever they are, the team TGP, Francesco, Gideon, Fletcher, Mark Davis. Please let me know in the comments a little more insight on New Japan, because please I'm gonna be lost on this. And last but not least, just to get to it, your main event, Mayu versus Kairi. As Mayu stated, this is 5.5 years in the making. This has been going on since Kairi left Stardom to join the WWE and to come back, or then to come back to Stardom. While Kairi was gone and absent from the company, it was Mayu and Io, and then when Io left, Mayu had to carry the company on her shoulders. From then until even now, although Mayu hasn't necessarily won all the belts, she's not holding the red belt, she's not holding the white belt, she's not the belt collector at this very moment. She is still a big role in the Stardom roster today. And in Mayu's perspective, for Kairi just to come in like this with her momentum and like all the credibility that she's had overseas outside the company, this is a match in the making. A very historic match. And as I said in regards to the Gold Rush match, if Kairi wins the belt off of Saya, then I feel Mayu will win the belt this night. But if Kairi loses either time of a draw or actually gets pinned, then there could be just that slim chance Kairi could hold the belt. Because this belt will be held in all throughout like the New Japan Strong, where they'll do New Japan shows where they'll have this belt featured, or New Japan Strong, they'll have the champion take on someone internationally and will compete overseas. And again, if you look back at my video that I did about the top 5 people that could potentially be your first IWGP Women's Champion, Mayu was the first one that I listed. And again, that's just saying something. Mayu has the credibility, the reputation, the in-ring work, that she's more than deserving to hold this championship. Kairi, again, ever since, like, even competing in WWE, Kairi is on that caliber where you can go overseas and you will recognize Kairi because of her work she's done in the WWE. Like, Kairi is one of the most recognizable faces in Stardom. Mayu as well. So my pick is gonna be Mayu. I'm just gonna stand by it. So these will all be available on pay-per-view. I believe Stardom is tomorrow in Pacific time at around 11 o'clock p.m. And the New Japan Stardom pay-per-view will be on Saturday night at 11 p.m. So thank you all for watching. If y'all watch it, don't tell me any spoilers. You can tell me about the matches spoiler free, because I actually do really want to watch these two shows. Let me know what your thoughts and your predictions are in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys on the next video and or stream. Peace.